Good evening. You're watching the news on Croatian television. Finance Minister Zdravko Marić is participating in the annual meetings of the World Bank and International Monetary Fund in Washington. Both institutions have reported that Croatia has succeeded in recording a lower budgetary deficit than expected for the second consecutive year. However, they also note that a high level of public debt continues to present a problem for Croatia's economy.
We in the government have recognized precisely that problem, that the level of public debt is one of the most important macroeconomic risk factors, and it is with that in mind that we're adopting the appropriate measures. Of course, I'm happy to hear positive critiques regarding our tax reform and public finances in general.
Speaking on Croatian television's Sunday at 2 talk show, the head of the most opposition party and former parliament speaker Božo Petrov addressed the Agata Core crisis, meetings in government, and the role of individual ministers, and Prime Minister Andrej Plenković in talks with Agata Core founder Ivica Todorić.
Insomuch as we're able to get information, and it is proven that Martina Dalić participated in this way, we will definitely support and even initiate her removal. But I will repeat, at this time and in this situation, the Prime Minister who did all of this is 10 times more responsible than any of his cabinet ministers. If there's one person that needs to be questioned, then that is the Prime Minister.
Meanwhile, a former member of the Liberal Party, Bruno Mirtl, told Croatian television that ahead of the parliamentary elections in 2000, Ivica Todorić had personally given him 50,000 kuna for the party. He said that this was a clear indication of the role political parties played in Todorić's success in business.
He didn't give me the money by simply saying take it and throwing it at me. No, he very politely talked to me for a few minutes and then left and brought me the money.
Following the audit of Agata Core, which revealed massive irregularities in its books, shareholders and investors have raised the question of the culpability of the Baker Tilly auditing company, which previously conducted Agata Core's financial reviews but failed to uncover any irregularities.
This is the end for them. The employees will turn up in some other auditing companies, but the company as such will no longer be able to do business here. However, this is little comfort to creditors and investors.
More than 100 people gathered in the village of Panj in the Cetina region today to protest against the construction of a natural gas-fired thermoelectric power plant on Peruća Lake. Protesters say that the proposed power plant will significantly affect the air and water quality of the Cetina region. They also believe that the project is being pushed by special interest groups. More than 20,000 people have signed a petition against its construction.
The issue is that with the construction of the Peruća power plant, 1 million people will be left without drinkable tap water. We're faced with an irreversible evil, and this is just one of an entire series of activities we have undertaken against its construction.
Today is International White Cane Day, the aim of which is to raise awareness about the needs of blind and visually impaired people. Associations representing the blind and visually impaired say their members receive the lowest allowance for special care in the entire region, which is roughly 500 kuna or 70 euro.
The biggest problems blind people face are employment and allowances for special care. And now we also face architectural barriers, meaning simple access to all buildings.
In light of International Necktie Day on October 18th, a special changing of the guard was staged on St. Mark's Square today. This was the last changing of the guard, a local tourist attraction for this season. The tie is Croatia's most recognizable contribution to fashion.
Today I have the honor of once again leading this group of historic military units, which includes the Honorary Defense Battalion of the Croatian Armed Forces, the Zrinski Honor Guard from Čakovec, the Turopolje Banderija, and the Kravat Regiment.
The Days of Bread Festival was held in the town of Malinska on the island of Krk today. The event gathered some 20 exhibitors from Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Vojvodina. The goal of the event is to hand down to future generations traditional recipes for homemade bread.
The Days of Bread are not just a festival of the biodiversity of our regions, counties, and so on, but a cultural exhibit as well. Here you can see traditional dress from all of our regions, various tools used to tend the land and for making bread.
Croatian Radio Television's annual With Us, You Are Not Alone fundraiser was held last night. More than 110,000 euro were raised during last night's telethon for the building of a dormitory for underprivileged students and young people without parental care. Among those taking calls in the telethon were Prime Minister Andrej Plenković.
Life is like that, but we as a society must make the effort to help those who are in a disadvantaged position. Social cohesion and inclusion is the key to success for any society. Without that, there is no moving forward.
Taking a quick look at sports and the domestic football league. Inter beat Slaven Belupo 2-1 today, while Hajduk beat Cibalia by the same score. After 12 rounds of play, Dinamo is first with 30 points, followed by Rijeka with 25 and Hajduk with 23 points. And now the forecast for tomorrow. Predominantly sunny with some mild passing cloud cover. The interior and northern Adriatic will see patches of morning fog and low-lying clouds, which could linger into midday in some areas. Winds will be mild inland with a mild to moderate northwesterly and westerly on the coast. Morning lows of 3 to 8 degrees Celsius in the interior, 11 to 16 on the Adriatic, will give way to highs of 19 to 25 degrees. The 3-day forecast for the interior calls for stable and unseasonably warm weather. Tuesday and Wednesday will see some morning fog. The coast will see predominantly sunny skies with some morning fog and low-lying cloud cover on the northern Adriatic. There will be a moderate to strong southeasterly on Thursday. And that wraps up the news. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night.